1.
Welcome back, viewers, to another edition of the Heads Up podcast. Neil, we got through Melbourne Cup week okay, and we're in the middle of New Zealand Cup week, where all the action centred at Christchurch, Riccarton, Addington, etc. How are you coping?
Just hanging in there. There's so much racing. Doing all the sectionals for the meetings is time consuming, and doing the form as well. But it's a busy time of the year, and quality horses. You enjoy just doing the Form 1 quality horses, so it's really good. And speaking of quality horses, Novia, wasn't that a quality win last week in the 2000 Guineas?
Yeah, like you'd be a bit worried at the 400 when Opie was probing for a run between horses, and then made the snap decision to get to the outside, and then just once balanced up, powered away from that field and made us look pretty silly when we said 250 or 250, I think it was no value. One with a leg in the air, really. So well done to the team there. Pay a lot of money for a good horse like that. You deserve to get the results.
Yeah. And speaking of results, the two rugby selections you put out last week covered the starts nicely, and
yeah, it was a profitable weekend on the rugby, I have to say, Neil. I did tell you they were absolute morals.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Canterbury made us sweat a little bit, but they got there in the end. East Coast well in control against Wairarapa Bush. Went to that game.
Yeah.
Interesting experience. First time at Memorial Park in Masterton.
Yeah, and masks or no?
That one down off the list, Neil.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. The you haven't mentioned my certainty, the second best sports bet of the year that I mentioned last week. The Pakistan to win the World Cup.
Won yet.
No, well, they got kicked out this morning.
Who are you going? Oh, yeah, they're out, aren't they?
Australia betting this morning,
yeah.
And I thought they were home. I actually was lying in bed watching the game on the phone, and with about 4 or 5 overs to go, I thought Pakistan was home and nodded off and woke up.
Isn't it amazing
interviews
how
are being
much
done? Yeah.
Both those games were quite symmetrical. The semi-finals of the team batting second looked like they were out of it, needing 12, 13 plus runs and over, and then both of them finishing with exactly 6 balls to spare, with some big hitting right at the tail end there to get them over the line. So, Pakistan, no good.
Yeah, enough to know the in-play price for the Black Caps too when they won a night before. Wasn't that a terrific game, eh? I thought they were down and out, the Black Caps, but good old Mitchell just back to ball and powered his way to a win. It was great.
Yep. No, it'd be nice to beat Australia in a final too.
Yeah, no, the upper game, because Australia's playing well based on that game, and Pakistan are a really good team. So, then again, 2020 games, a one-off game. So, it's a shame. Those sort of things would be quite good to have, say, best of 3, really milk it. That way you get a true champion, I reckon. But
probably not a bad idea, actually, but
time constraints.
You could probably play every second day, no problem, on a best of 3. So 4 days and the final's over with.
Yeah. Rightio. And you're down in Christchurch, and tomorrow it's going to be crucial, that forecast for the horses down there. So what do you reckon?
Right at the moment, looking out the window.
Yeah.
But forecast is for a bit of rain. So if that comes, it might change things a little bit, but not a huge amount of rain, but enough to probably see a downgrade of track conditions by 1 or 2 points potentially.
Yeah, I see it's a dead 5 at the moment, and they were racing a good 3 on Wednesday, so they must have put a heap of water on it. It hasn't rained down there during the week, has it, since Wednesday? No, so they've irrigated the heck out of it, just in case the rain is coming. So if you go rain on a good 3, it's not a good proposition, is it really, because of the slippery factor?
Yeah.
So it's going to be probably a slow track, and it's only going to suit a few horses, isn't it? So, Belaconte, 4 wins, loves a wet track, drawn nicely, gutsy, top trainer, ticks all the boxes. There's one box she doesn't tick.
Yeah, well, I can report to the viewers she's travelled down fine. She had her breakfast this morning. She's in a good space, very relaxed. Her work leading into this has been first class, so no excuses, Belaconte. Bookies haven't missed her either, into 650. They left her at $16 for a while there after she'd won the Gold Trail. So that was 16s was after she won the race at Frankton.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know what's changed between now and then, other than a couple of horses coming out. But maybe the forecast I think they will suit. But she's in the right space to run a big race. Whether she's up to that class, only time will tell. But you got to be in to win, don't you, Neil?
Yeah, well, that's exactly. I think you're sort of playing down her chances, but I know Chrissy says she's peaking nicely for this. And crikey, if she's beaten older horses, done the sectionals, racing that open mares race, beat home Concert Hall that almost won the big race at Te Rapa, or should have won the big race at Te Rapa, off a slow tempo. So everything there, all the boxes are ticked, I think. And so good luck. I'll be cheering her home, hopefully. So.
Yep, that'll be a big old day out there, obviously, without the crowds. Must say it's been quite enjoyable just from being on track at Addington and Riccarton the last couple of days. Just a nice amount of people, you're not hustling and bustling and all that. It does lack a tad of atmosphere, but from just an enjoyment point of view, you're not having to queue for anything really. So
do you see many other people wearing the BGP caps, the races? Because they look really cool and it's great promotion for racing.
Oh, you see a lot of BGP masks out there actually, Neil, like stable hands, a lot of stable hands, a lot of trainers, owners, a lot of people, just race goers who are there, all wearing BGP masks. Must be following in the footsteps of Opie Bosson. I think he was wearing one the other day.
Yeah, I saw him wear one. It's great for racing, isn't it? To have someone of his status to wear a BGP mask.
Well, I guess when you hand out 2,000 free masks to the industry, of course, doing a service, I think the masks have I haven't got my one here actually. It's being good people, so it's all about assisting the industry, and good to see the industry taking advantage of those free masks and wearing them to meet all the requirements for under the public health order.
You're right. Yeah. Now you're pretty keen on a horse in the cup, I hear.
Yeah, I am actually. I don't think this horse will get beaten. I saw it this morning.
Gee,
looks a picture of health. It's fitter than you and me. I'll give you the tip, Neil.
It's not hard to do.
No, that's not hard. Track work has been first class since. It's been putting in the miles, that's for sure. And it went a good race on the first day. Should only improve. A horse called Bodes Well, and obviously wouldn't mind or wouldn't hinder its chances if rain did arrive in time for that race. So I think he's the special of the day tomorrow. Bodes Well.
Bodes Well. He's trained by the master John Wheeler, and what's his breeding? Oh, it's by Zed out of Celtic Rose. So yeah.
You think he might get 2 miles?
I think he will. Somehow. No, he does look a good bit. $4 probably about right, but on that run he looked really good. I like Monderani each way. I just like the way he found the line on the inside there, looking for gaps.
I'll tell you something, Neil. You wouldn't meet a more relaxed horse than Monderani. He would stand there for 20 minutes if you were scratching his back. He just loves attention, but he's just a very placid, down, laid back horse. So he will see out the 2 miles. You're thinking he's gone well at Riccarton in the past.
He has. No, he's won on a soft track there before, and he's won over 2,400 metres at Trentham, and trained by one Kevin Myers. So he's only had 2 runs back from a couple of trials and earlier runs. So he'll have him spot on for this. And Sarah McNabb rides from a good draw. So I thought each way chance to chase home Bodes Well along the fence. So looking forward to that. Right, last week, sports selections. People want to be listening, hanging out for these. So
I'm sure
they found one.
Yeah, I watched the Taranaki Southland game last Sunday. It was a bit of a scrappy game, to be fair, but these two teams meet again in the semi-final, just the quirk of the draw. They meet again in the semi-final this week, same ground, 2:00 Saturday afternoon this time, kicking off.
Yep.
I've seen the Taranaki team. They made a few changes, which I think will see them play a lot better than they did last week. I didn't see a lot from Southland to suggest that they'd really be able to put many points on the board, whereas Taranaki, I think, could rack up at least 40, maybe 50. So they'll cover the point start, which this week is 16.5. So basically, Taranaki have to win by 17 points or more, and you'll get $1.87. I think that's the best way to go out of the rugby games this weekend.
Right, yeah. So it sounds like it could be a Bodes Well Taranaki minus 16.5 multi in the weekend for somebody.
Well, funnily enough, bodes well as part owned by Bowden Barrett and Marty Banks, and I see the TAB have got an option out there with obviously Barrett playing for the All Blacks against Ireland and Banks playing as well.
Yeah.
So there's a few little special options combining all those three combos. So actually, and I think James Marshall might have a share in it as well. So another rugby connection. So no, I don't know what time will it be. It'll be about 3 o'clock in the morning, I guess, Ireland time, where the Bodie gets out of bed to watch the New Zealand Cup.
Yeah,
he might do that.
Oh, he's bound to. Yeah. Rightio. Excuse me. Last week's question was Katie Lee the only filly to have won the double, the 2,000 guineas, 1,000 guineas double? And the answer was
no. That wasn't quite the question, because that would have been, the answer was true. It was, is Katie Lee the only horse to have, the only filly to have won the 2,000 guineas? And the answer to that question was false.
False. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
Yep. About 4 others off the top of my head have done it. So Clean Sweep, Foxwood, Facing the Music, maybe 3. I think they are the other 3.
That's right.
And Katie Lee. So did we get a few?
Yeah, we got 7 correct answers there.
7 correct answers. Let's go with, I tell you what, the rug that won the New Zealand Greyhound Cup last night, number 6.
Number 6, Aaron. I didn't even watch the Greyhound. I went to watch that last night, but I got tired up. Who was that? Number 6.
Delisha Bale, $41 it paid on the tote.
Shivers.
Got a nice run through on the first bend where there was a bit of buffeting and was too strong late. It was good viewing. We're at the top there at Addington yesterday for the Greyhounds. So
I'll have a look at that replay afterwards. Yeah. Well done, Aaron. I'll put that multi up for you by lunchtime tomorrow, and we'll see how we go. Rightio. New question. Which was going to be.
Oh yes, about the 1,000 guineas.
Take a bit of research.
Yeah, 1,000 guineas question. Which of these 2 jockeys have ridden the most winners of the 1,000 guineas? Opie Bosson or Lance O'Sullivan? So which jockey has ridden the most 1,000 guineas winners out of those 2? Text or email your answers through to Neil, and you're in the draw for next week's multi.
Yep. Do your research well. 027 352 6402 or formpro@formpro.co.nz by, say, Tuesday night. It'll be fine. Okay, now brickbats and bouquets.
You start off with a bouquet.
Okay, I've got a couple actually, but the first one goes to Pukekohe. Watching those Pukekohe races yesterday on that, like a bowling green of a racetrack, it was just terrific. There could be no bias, nice and even, and even though the jockeys mostly came out of retirement, it was still a successful day's racing as well, and everything seemed to go pretty smoothly, and it seemed to be pretty good racing, just small fields, which is quite good for a change from a punting point of view. But no, well done,
$8, I'd say. Didn't about 7 favourites win?
No, only bet I had yesterday was bigger bet was even chance in the last race.
That one, did it?
Yeah, it led all the way. No, it was blinkers on, young jockey. I forget his name.
Ace Wilson Carroll.
That's the one. He's top of the Christmas card list at the moment. I thought he went too hard by the turn, but no, he knew the horses were very, very, very fit, and held on and won by about 4 lengths. So, and from $7.50 into $4 and less on the total, I think. So the wood was out for him by the sounds of it. So good one. Okay, what's yours? What's yours?
You got another bouquet, have you?
Oh, just for James McDonald. Gee, it's just riding so well. Nature's strip. He's just full of confidence and a winning guide, knows what he's doing, skillful, obviously, and just to see the whole package of someone who's come through. I remember seeing him at Tio Amutu, I think, being interviewed, I think at his first winning ride on TV. I still remember that. Just a young fella, squeaky little voice.
Yeah.
Great to see how far he's come, with great support from other people. So,
yep. I mean, I was there that day. His first winning ride was at Tirapa.
Tirapa. It might have been Tirapa.
Johnny the Sand, I think the name of the horse was.
Oh, Johnny the Sand. I'll check it up and see if you're right later on.
It's definitely Tirapa. I know that for
sure.
I've got a brickbat actually.
Okay, far away.
Wow. Punters clubs. I run these from time to time.
Mm-hmm.
and it was good to see the harness getting in on the action under the box seat brand, I guess you'd say. They were promoting a punters club by the TAB to have a crack on New Zealand Trotting Cup Day, and so that was good. It was widely publicised that two selectors were going to have a big go, and it was going to be a bit of fun and all that, which is what punters clubs are about. $110,000 was paid into that punters club, and only $78,000 was turned over. I found that quite bizarre. What is the point when you don't even turn over the initial fund? Those people put money in, and effectively only 3/4 of it, shall we say, was even bet. So yeah, I'm not, hey, we all know results don't always go your way. I'm not complaining about the result. Well, that's just part of things you can't control, but you can control how much you have bet. Just didn't make much sense to me, Neil, I have to say.
Well, they seemed to be going the Quinella way, didn't they? And I thought it was,
yeah, a lot of Quinellas, which
an okay return, but
not yeah, just no sizzle in that sausage for mine.
I'm just going to say no sizzle. Yeah, famous for those words.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, no,
I'm sure it's a learning curve.
I'm sure, yeah. Mick and I think Greg O'Connor look back and think, okay, maybe next time we can have a good target 1 or 2 races and have a good crack at those. But anyway, no, we've done those and we get criticised for it. So it's not actually what they backed; it's just the betting, I suppose.
Yeah, I'm not complaining about what they backed. It's just more, you got to have a go. If you got 110 grand, you got to at least turn that over, in my opinion.
Yeah. And but people got 60-cent payout. I suppose they got something back, so that's a plus. But yeah, from a turnover point of view, yeah. I don't know, anything else? Bouquets, brickbats, or
not really.
Yeah, no, bloody. How about Jacinda? We might mention Jacinda in the team, but no, we'll stay clear of that topic. Okay, next week, what do we got? I don't even know what we got on next week in terms of racing, but maybe a big celebration. You'll still be recovering from the celebrations from the 1,000 guineas, hopefully. So
no, we'll be hard at work at Waverley tomorrow on Sunday, Neil. So no rest for the wicked.
You fly back up there Sunday morning, do you?
Yeah, fly back up straight up to Waverley. So
sure, yeah. Good on you. Yeah, I must get to Waverley Racecourse one day. Looking forward to that. Yeah. Oh, well, good luck tomorrow, and good luck to Chrissy and the team and all the staff up there. It's a big effort, isn't it, to get a horse to one race for 90 seconds and hope like hell it wins.
Yeah.
It's amazing, isn't it? Just amazing. Yeah.
Yep. No, that's racing. It's a great game. We know it's a great leveler. So
yeah,
and there's a lot of luck required to go your way. So let's see what tomorrow brings, I guess.
Yeah. Well, good luck everybody for the punting tomorrow, and go Belaconte.